Hello, welcome to
Elizabeth.
Hello, this is Elizabeth,
And this is Priscilla.
and this is the Live Chit Chat podcast. Welcome to a new episode. We have a new episode every Friday afternoon so that we start the weekend with
We want to
you.
start the weekend with you guys.
How's your week?
That has me thinking about my life. But my week was fun, up and down. A lot of animals everywhere. But here we are.
You had an interview.
Yeah, I did have an interview.
How did that go?
The interview, I was confused. It was a heavy weekend. It was a heavy week. It was a lot was going on. Yeah, I went for the interview, but I did the best I could, you guys, interviews.
That's something we'll talk about in deep dive
Yeah.
one of these days. So don't go away, subscribe, turn on your notifications so that every time we upload, you are the first to know. Come with us on our journey of
Like
almost 30.
almost 30.
We are talking about the things we've done for money. Like I told you, she just had an interview this week. How long have you been at your job? Now,
5 months.
5 months, not even 6 months, but she's already looking for another opportunity. The grass apparently is greener on the other side, is it?
Sometimes the grass is green where you water it.
So as we look for the bag, secure the bag. Meanwhile, you guys, I hope you're securing the bag. Almost 30 is not fun if you don't have the bag, especially if you don't have a man that loves you.
I don't know where that came from, but what have you done for money? Men,
Especially the craziest things.
the craziest things.
We're not talking about the dirty things, but the legit things. But oh my goodness.
Guys, I've done stuff for money. Yeah, I've done things for money.
All you can say is you've looked for money.
I've looked for money. If I'm to tell you about when I was at uni, I remember sometime I sold scrap.
You did that at uni. Uni.
But I didn't go around selling it like how kids go around. I just used to go to like houses, and I find like if you have things, like they knew that I had like a boy. Like he had a bike, like a bicycle. Even he first got all the rubbish that was around at our home. Then I was like, this is good business. He took it.
You've been a person from way back.
Yeah, so when he took it and they sold it like they gave me 40K. I was like, this is good stuff. Another thing I've ever done, like, you see, you people, you see us jambos in here, yeah? But I've ever vended clothes in the market. Yeah, around Entebbe, all those Entebbe markets, I know them. Yeah, Katabi, to Chitoro, to the market in Entebbe town. I knew all the days. I know how much they pay for the day. That was, I think, after COVID. So,
But in all that was school campus.
yep.
Why were you hustling that much?
Why was I hustling that much? Because I had to fend for myself. Come on.
If you've not watched the previous episode where we talk about how we realized that this was adulting, that this was the moment we need to get our things together, our shit together, she became an adult at 14. To watch the video here, and you'll get the gist of where all this comes from.
So yeah, I've ever vended clothes. I used to sit, and then you have to sing those clothes. Now for the ladies in the market, they would see me like they're like a baby. They would always be like, "You get like a space here." They put for me,
and everyone is giving you special treatment because it's the khaki. Who's trying to make ends meet. You guys.
Okay.
What hasn't this woman done for money?
You guys, don't make ends meet as per se, but get some money. I love money.
I've also ever sold clothes on the street. So, that time was in Bali.
For real. Usually when I'm just thinking of my things, she laughs, but I didn't know that part that she had never vended clothes in Mbale.
I had a lot of clothes because I was just from campus. You know how you have so many clothes that I was a very serious person at campus. And when I was in Bali and it was coming to the time I was almost leaving that place, I was like, but how am I supposed to take all these things back home? I wasn't even wearing some of them. Remember, I was going to my sister's place. And like, I can try and sell some of these on the street that evening. Vendors. I was doing it for the money, of course, but also to reduce on the load that I had. And I remember I went, asked around those guys. It took me like a week to finally get the confidence to ask those guys, because I would go pass by them to ask, how does this work? Do I just come and set my...
So I want to know, did you actually go there yourself, or you like gave them to someone to buy?
I went myself. Took my clothes, my own clothes. And actually,
Did you make sales?
yes, I made some sales, but I was there for like 3 days, 3 consecutive days, and almost every day I was making a sale. So we would start selling like at 7, 6, and I would be done by like 8, 8:39 there. Had to walk with that chivera of clothes. But I really had a lot of clothes because I had a big chivera.
I'm just
that I would
wondering the kind of clothes that you had to sell for 3 days.
No, it's not like I went and sold them off, all of them. But of course, you be there, someone buys something.
You have even made it a career.
What else have you done for money?
Oh my God, you guys. I went to a place where I didn't know anyone. I went to a village, a district called Kalisizo.
Oh.
Yeah, I went there. It was a friend who connected me, and you know how I love money. And I didn't want to sit at home. So I get my bucket, my whatever, and I'm like, let's go make it. I'm like, since they're providing meals
What do I need?
and they're providing Ovasimanya accommodation, you guys, I put in transport like for 50K to reach there. When I reached there, the guy who was in charge of the owner of the drug shop, tells me, I'm going to pay you 250. You guys, 250. 250. Okay, I knew it was 250, but he's like, I'm going to first give you 50K. That 50K is the one that will cater for your feeding the whole month. Remember, I've already entered into this thing. Like, I have spent a lot of transport and I can't go back home. I don't have money to go back home. He shows me the room where I was going to sleep. The room was leaking. Like when it would rain, you'd wake up and you step into water.
And how long did you do that for?
I did it for... No, I was patient. I did it for the past month. The second month, I remember, as soon as it clicked, was it 18th? This guy didn't even allow me to go for Christmas, but I didn't even have the money. Because the money was really little. So he's like, when it clicked like this 18th, like the month had ended, I WhatsApped him. I was like, I want to talk to you. So the guy comes. He's like, oh, I wanted to pay for TV. And me, I had already told him that I don't watch TV. So I think he was trying to like...
What was the TV?
It was in the drug shop. Like,
so where I would be sitting at the drug shop, he wanted you to stay entertained.
Yeah, he wanted you to stay entertained. And you are working from Monday to Monday.
Oh, wow.
So, and he's like, oh, I wanted to pay for TV. Yeah, Bichi, why didn't you remind me? I was like, the thing is, I want to go back to Kampala. There are things I want to sort. Then he's like, can you just go on Friday and come back? I was like, okay, you know how things are. You cannot just sort them. My things, personal issues, I can't sort them in a day. In the morning where I was like the day I was supposed to go, I packed he came very early at 6 to be at his drug shop. I packed my things, like I put them in, like, you know how I move. You know, like I can have already packed. So I had already packed my things in everything. He just saw me getting everything of mine out. He knew I wasn't coming back. So on
Did
Friday,
he say anything?
He just kept quiet. Then on Friday, evening, Friday. He was like, "Are you coming back or not?" I didn't reply the text. I moved on. It was a really bad experience.
But you have the money now. Short commercial silence. Recently, like last year, I mostly do online work. Most of my working period has been online, and I've realized there are very many opportunities to work online, of which there are also scamming, whatever's. So, guys, do you know these people that talk to like online flirting? Yes, I've ever tried to get that job. I'm a good conversationalist. I
She can carry the entire.
I can carry
She can carry.
the entire conversation on
You guys,
So, I looked at this thing online, and I checked it out. I did an interviews. I did the training, but then at the end, I got let to submit something small, and just like that, the thing was gone, and it was paying. I think they were paying. I think like $20 per hour, and you had to work like 2 hours per shift every day minimum. So I'm like, that's $40 and a day. $40, how much is that? To talk to lonely people. To talk to lonely people. Guys, I later on tried to find another account to use to apply to that thing. They denied me. Just like that.
so you tried out. You use another account.
Yes. But of course, the details were the same. My details were the same, but I was using like a different email address. But they still,
You think they're dumb?
I mean,
For me, and then talking about interviews and jobs, I think then immediately after, a friend of mine tells me about a company, and he's like, you go there. I'm sure they're looking for someone.
you were not sure there was a place.
Yeah,
You just went and you're like,
I just went. I was like, I actually first called the gentleman. And he's like, okay, you can come around physically and we talk.
and we talk.
So I went there.
You know those CVs that you make are actually like a cover letter of whom it may concern.
Actually, the guy asks me, what exactly do you want from us?
What was your response to that?
I remember telling them that I wanted to, because it was about, animal things. So it was about animal, okay, inseminating. I was like, I want to know field activities. I would like to, this thing of after school you can go and volunteer so that you can get a job. So I'm like, oh, I want to come here and volunteer for 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. You wanted to learn all this in 2 weeks. Damn, you're so ambitious.
I just wanted the job. So they called me in. The company was, it was him and then the wife. So they were the HR, the everything, the CEOs, the management. So I sit there, they're questioning me. They're like, oh, do you know this doctor? Do you know the other doctor? I'm like, okay. Then after questioning me, but why do people ask you whether you the wife asked me whether I had a boyfriend. I think he saw me as a threat.
Yes. Hey, young, hot, just from campus. You come to snatch my man.
She asked me, do you have a boyfriend? And I'm like, is like I look like is this part of.
I think this is something we should have a real an entire episode on. Appropriate things to ask during an interview.
Yeah.
What is the scope? How far can they go? Should they go?
Just because I'm here for a job
Does not mean
you interrogate me like I've come for a police case. So they're like, do you have questions for us? As shrewd as I am, I told them, can I begin on Monday?
But that's not being rude.
I should.
No. I
Like-
feel like it shows you came into this place
I knew what I wanted.
being readily available as soon as the next working day.
Yeah, I came on Monday. I think I worked there for 1 month without being paid.
What did you expect?
Of course, what did I expect? So after that 1 month, I was like,
You came to volunteer. You even asked for 2 weeks.
but then that I told them, you know what? I am done. If you guys don't have any employment opportunity, I would like to have a recommendation letter. I try my
Another-
talents
Elsewhere.
Just like some of you have to find your love talents elsewhere. Yeah. You go and try and you try because try elsewhere. So they were like, okay, it's fine. You can come and work. We had a physical one-on-one meeting, and they're like, you can come and work. We will give you some money. How much were they paying me? They're paying me, I think it was 500, but then it was at the end it would be 400. So I'm like, okay,
That was after the first month, or
it was after the first month. So the first month, I think because of shame, they gave me 250 just to be alive. So the next month they began paying me like that. But then I kept saying, you guys out of campus or whatever, ask for unemployment contract. Ask for an appointment letter. I kept asking for an appointment letter for about 4 months. And they would keep saying, oh, wow. And until they stopped paying us and we didn't have evidence.
That brings me to my recent job. Every time she's like, I'm going to get you guys to sign the contracts. And until the minute I left that place, left or chest, whatever it is, potato, I'd never signed the contract. So I have no proof that I worked for them. But because me, if I worked for you, even if it was for 1 day, as long as I want it to be used, I will have to use it because I have the work I did. It's online. I can reference to it on my LinkedIn. It is there.
She has evidence.
I have evidence.
She has proof.
I have proof. For people who work online, who work mostly in digital, have a backup of the work that you're doing. If you're doing maybe like an online project, like maybe a social media campaign, at least take screenshots and keep them. Sometimes they move on and they delete the pages, but because you have that kind of reference, it's easier for you to tell people I did this work, even though it's not online, but I did it.
That's being like in that field of social media, and one day they can wake up and delete the entire page, and you'll have nothing to
There
show
is nothing
that you actually did that work. I've done many things for money, as I was telling Elizabeth, but to sleep with someone for money, have you done that? Because
I'm not wicked. But there is something I've done. Let's hold down.
Let's hold that down and call the police, you guys.
I'm not going to tell this story, but I have done it because I was feeling pity for him.
Hey guys, can you imagine? Are you not embarrassed?
I'm embarrassed. I mean, like, it's here and there. Maybe he likes you and you don't like him that much. And
Like, let me do this and get over it. No, I don't want to say it like that. Like, let me just do this and move. Liz is a lover, but then if she doesn't like you, she doesn't like you.
yeah, it's so easy for me to love someone. Very easy, because even if you have nothing, if I love you,
Adimba, she's lying, you guys. She's lying.
I cannot like nothing, but at least if you're not that much.
The things that make her happy are very little.
Very. The simple things, small things.
That's what you guys all say until they you ask for nothing and you get
And we
nothing.
get nothing. So one other thing that I have done for money, um, but it's not that crazy or whatever, because it was in my senior four. I think no senior four vacation, and I've loved to cook from my way back. I've always been so experimental. I make chapatis, I make samosas, I make very, very many treats. And I was in the village back home. So,
To make Rolex.
no, I did not make a Rolex. But I made chapatis for sale, chapatis and samosas. No, I started chapatis to put at the shops at home. We used to have small hotels, restaurants.
What?
Businesswoman. Before that, short commercial business break. Guys, this is Farm Ville Ghee, run by
Priscilla Kasembo
and Elizabeth Nagasha. Guys, you want authentic ghee, very good quality ghee, top-notch ghee, the ghee that does not have bananas. Everyone talks about that. For us here, we don't do that. This ghee, if you do not like it, we shall refund them the money.
Yeah.
Check out our Instagram page, Farm Ville Ghee, and you will be happy that you found us. Anyway, like I was saying, so I make chapatis to take to sell to these restaurants. My mother was so encouraging and supportive. I think she gave me the money to buy the flour to use. She has always been supportive of my business ventures. So I make these chapatis. I didn't have that knowledge that you have to cover them before they are cold so that they don't harden. Guys, I took these chapatis to the restaurant. They called me like in the evening saying the chapatis are like cow skins. I had to pick my chapatis, my cow skins, Heinz, bring them back home and try to eat them. That was the end of that business venture.
Was it like the first and last day?
It was the first and then the last.
You give up
No, not so quickly, but after that, I think that's when I later got a gig to teach in a kindergarten. Yeah. I have
It was like a child what? Teaching children.
yeah. But I've been a good teacher. I believe I can make a good teacher. My parents have been teachers all their lives. We've grown up in classrooms, literally.
Why isn't she teaching, guys?
But I'm a bright kid.
Everybody blow your trumpet.
What else have you done?
I've not done a lot of things for money.
About the other time you were doing market research for chewing gum.
Wow. Wow, guys. Some of these things we don't want them to be online because you guys will judge us. But anyway, I did it. I did.
Ask around.
Ask around. I have no shame. But I did. I remember it was at a hotel next to Makere. So we wanted kids to taste chewing gum.
Just kids.
We did not just kids, university kids
No.
to taste chewing gum, and then they would be paid like 15K. So the more people you'd bring, the more the money you make, and you know how that goes. I had to collect all my from our hostel members and chew gum.
Chew gum. Imagine collecting your entire network to just come and chew gum. And you're embarrassed.
But they were given some comment.
So what happened in that 2-hour period?
They would chew the gum and then they tick which flavors. You keep ticking. The ones that you like, the ones you don't like.
Like how many flavors were they?
It was a lot of gum. And I remember some of my friends were like, how you dare bring us here to chew gum without food?
2 hours of chewing gum without food.
Research is research. So when your friends know you're in research, there is a way they always know that you're going to just jump on them for anything, to do anything, to do an interview.
And that also reminds us of the supportive friends.
Yeah. You guys,
People that can support your hustle literally without asking what's in it for me. What am I getting if I give you my number to use on a
research project.
please be supportive of your friends.
All we can say about what we have done for money as an adult or whatever, you have to use your talents, your skills, learn a new thing. It means learning how to cook milk. You have to learn how to cook milk. It means whatever it means for you to get the bag.
Just do it. But don't do the
illegal things.
Don't do illegal things because God will use you as an example. And also, don't be ashamed of what you do, literally.
Yeah, you guys. It's not that we'll give an example of our ghee. Many girls are selling skincare. It's about jewelry. It's about shoes, bags, or whatever. So when you come out with, oh, I sell charcoal, people are like,
why? How? Oh, you have a mudala.
You have a mudala.
Of food things.
Of food things. Suddenly it's not cute. It's not cutesy. Yeah?
It's not demure.
You know? And whatever gives you money, you should not be ashamed of it. We're like, oh, you sell charcoal? You sell ghee? Oh, why? But for it works for you, people would be like, oh, naiwe naonyeza sente nawe chichichotakoze, but for it works for you. The fact that you're not going to ask people to help you, be proud of whatever you do, whether you're selling clothes, whether they're second-hand clothes, whether they are white, whether you're standing on the roadside and selling your clothes,
or you're selling scrap.
Scrap has more money than clothes. I would like to venture in it in the future, but on a large scale.
Entrepreneur. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know the craziest things you've done for money. Don't break your morals in whatever you do for money. Stick to your principles. If you said, I'm not going to do this, stick to it. But also learn and relearn and unlearn. So we are here every Friday evening to start the weekend with you guys.
Let us know what you want us to talk about. What should we talk about next time? Give us your experiences, your first time experiences at work or appointments, disappointments, what you have done.
Disappointment. See you on Friday, guys.
Bye.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Priscilla.
And this is the Live Chit Chat podcast.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, turn on your notifications, and see you.
Bye.